Good hello everyone, my name is Nathan, or ELEMENTofFROST. You'll have to excuse my voice, guys. I am actually sick. That's for the lack of a video yesterday. I am actually, I'm trying to get better, but obviously my prediction videos go up on Thursday, so I got a reputation to keep up, guys. That's right. So, prediction videos for this week's upcoming episode of The Walking Dead. This is Season 5, Episode 14, entitled Spend. Now, I'll be doing that probably a lot, guys. I do apologize, but yeah, Season 5, Episode 14, entitled Spend. Spend, like with a D at the end. S-P-E-N-D. Nonetheless, though, we're going to get into the synopsis, but as always, obviously, there is going to be spoilers for previous episodes of The Walking Dead. It's pretty hard to predict what's going to happen if I don't go over at least some of what happened in previous episodes. So if you guys aren't caught up, I definitely recommend you guys obviously go finish whatever you guys need to finish for the episodes and then come back and check it out. So, yeah, the synopsis goes as follows. This is off the AMC website. Here we go. While trying to secure their new home, Rick and his group face many challenges, some life-threatening. Is this really the utopia it seems to be? Now, basically, what this is saying is, obviously they're trying to make this Alexandria safe zone more and more safe by the day. As days go on, Rick and his group, they're trying to enforce some security in a way. Like, last episode, for example, we seen Rick be very clear to Deanna that he needs a lookout up in that tower to see if he can see, obviously, any people coming, any potential threats, or, anything like that coming their way. They need to have someone up there on watch pretty much at all times, right? So that's one improvement, obviously, that Rick has made. Another, which was actually in the first episode, when they first actually got to Alexandria and he was talking to Deanna, he was basically saying, you're not supposed to just open your doors for just anyone. You got to be careful who you let in, or, they're just going to steal your shit. They're going to take your supplies, and that's what Rick's basically trying to get across to her. That's what he's talking about, making this place more safe as the days go on. And that's what this synopsis, I believe, refers to. Is this really the utopia it seems to be? Utopia is basically a community that is virtually a safe zone, back in the day. And it's kind of referring back to that, and it's sort of just kind of, I guess, paying tribute in a way. It kind of is. So it's basically saying, is this utopia it means to be? Like, are the owners, Deanna, are they willing to make these changes in order to get them to stay? Are they willing to make these changes in order to keep this place safe, on lockdown pretty much at all times? Are they willing to make this change? Or, should we take our shit? Should we pack up and go somewhere else? Could this really be a safe zone if they're not willing to change? You know what I mean? That's what I think is going on kind of in Rick's head. So anyways, in the sneak peeks and everything, we've seen some sneak peeks and we've seen some promos and everything like that. It looks to me that they're going to be facing their first challenge next episode, or the first challenge at least that we've seen. This community versus a herd or horde of walkers. That's what I believe we're going to be facing in this next episode of The Walking Dead, which I'm actually really excited to kind of see how the fences and everything hold up against the walkers. And this would kind of prove to me that Rick is basically questioning, is this really the utopia it seems to be? Maybe during this herd of walkers, like, attacking, maybe a portion of the fence falls down or something. Is this really a safe zone? If not, what are we going to do? How do we fix this? Stuff like this. Something could happen like that, definitely something could happen. Or a group could be out scouting the walls, just kind of seeing if everything is good to go. And there could be a horde of walkers that come by. Maybe a few people actually die. And then Rick starts to question that. Well, people are dying. Obviously, this place isn't as safe as it seems to be. Like I said, there's just going to be, I think, a lot of questioning happening. And actually, in this episode, I see happening a lot of Eugene content. Now, since the starting of Season 5, we actually haven't seen much of Eugene. He's kind of been in the background. He hasn't really been up there with the rest of the characters. Obviously, he's not a good fighter in terms of zombies and, stuff like that. Obviously, he doesn't know how to defend himself, very well. But, on the other hand, I think we're going to start to see a little bit more usefulness come out of Eugene. And I'm not saying that as in a way, we're going to see him, strap on a machete, get a gun, and just be the ultimate badass zombie killer like Daryl Dixon. That shit's not going to happen. I'm talking usefulness in the group, like maybe starting to make ammunition, like he does actually in the comic books. Like I said, guys, spoilers, I do apologize, but you were warned. Now, in the comic book, Eugene is actually still alive, okay? He is still not a very good zombie fighter. He's not an ultimate survivalist, but he gets people to take him to places, and he does very useful things for the group. He actually makes ammunition. He makes bullets. He makes castings. He makes the literal shell. He stocks it with gunpowder, everything like this, and he actually makes ammunition. And that's actually one way, and probably the most important way, that Eugene is actually beneficial to the group. There's obviously other characters in the comic book, actually, that do make, like, bread and stuff like that. Obviously, that is very, very good. It's a very good contribution. Not everybody has to know how to face what lurks outside the walls. I would prefer to have everybody to do it, even if your benefits are that of making things inside the walls, like ammunition, like food, stuff like that. Anything could go wrong at any moment. They might actually have to abandon that place. For example, they might have to abandon that place, and obviously they want to take their bread maker and they want to take their ammunition maker with them to get set up maybe at a new community. And if they don't know how to fight for themselves outside those walls, they're going to lose assets. Straight up, that's just how it's going to work. Now, in this next episode of The Walking Dead, I believe, like I said, they're going to face their first herd walker challenge type deal. I think we're going to get to see maybe a little bit of the wolves at the ending of the episode. Maybe the wolves actually led the herd of walkers to the beginning of the fencing and stuff like that. Maybe they actually led the horde there. Nonetheless, though, I do think we're going to start seeing them at least at the end of the episode. We actually started to see traces of them last week. Actually, on last week's episode of The Walking Dead, Season 5, Episode 13, entitled Forget. We actually started to see traces of them. Outside the fences and outside the walls of Alexandria, Daryl, Carol, and Rick were actually in a meeting. And Carol actually killed a walker, and they kind of examined him, and he had a W on his forehead. Okay, he had a W on his forehead, which really only means one thing. It's not like he's marked for, like, Wendy's food or, stuff like that. The wolves, guys, the scavengers from the comic book, are making an appearance in the TV show. I've been telling you guys this for weeks. This has been on my predictions. Obviously, these are the same group that attacked Noah's community over in Richmond, Virginia. This is just what's going to happen, and I can tell you right now that it's going to happen very, very soon. We might actually see them outside the walls of Alexandria at the end of this episode, obviously leading into a confrontation in next week's episode of The Walking Dead, which would be Season 5, Episode 15. That's right, guys. It's actually pretty crazy. There's only like 3 episodes of The Walking Dead Season 5 left this year. But in really good news, guys, late summer, The Walking Dead Companion Series will actually start being a launch, which I'm actually very, very excited for. That means we won't have to wait 6 months to get some of The Walking Dead. I'd say we'd probably have to wait probably about 3. We'll get The Walking Dead Companion Series, then we'd probably have to wait about a month after that in order to see The Walking Dead, come back on, like the actual TV show of The Walking Dead. Now, like I said, in this episode, I think they're definitely going to be facing their first horde challenge. We're going to see how the survivors of Alexandria, everybody that's not in Rick's group, can actually handle themselves. I'm guessing they can't, which, again, might be another reason why Rick is questioning, the safe ability, if that's even a word, of this community. If people can't handle themselves inside the walls, the rest of the people, how is Rick's group alone going to defend everybody in that community? It would be absolutely ridiculous. But what I could actually see happening is this would prove their weakness. And this would prove to me that Rick is going to be taking charge of Alexandria very, very soon, because he's going to be wanting to start to train people in trades and in different things, you know, outside the walls. They want to obviously be able to defend themselves. You know, you need to be able to know how to kill walkers. That's just a thing now. You know, it's the Walking Dead. It's the zombie apocalypse. You know, it's about 3 years into the zombie apocalypse, and I'm just absolutely shocked, you know, if they don't know how to defend themselves, how they survive this long. Obviously behind the walls, but can you really tell me that there actually hasn't ever been a herd of walkers come by? That's a bit ridiculous in my opinion. Or, you know, out scavenging. Obviously some of the scavengers know how to kill a walker. Not very well, mind you, considering what we've seen before with Glenn and everybody like that on the outside of the walls when they were chaining up a walker for killing their friend. It was just absolutely insane, that episode. I couldn't really believe what I was seeing. You know, how the hell is this guy surviving this long when he's playing around with walkers like this? It was absolutely insane. But nonetheless, though, that's what I think is going to happen in this episode. I think there's going to be a lot of confrontation with Rick and Deanna. Obviously, Rick questioning Deanna's leadership. You know, are you actually a good leader for these people? They don't know how to defend themselves out there. I feel like I could do a better job. You know, he's definitely going to be challenging a lot of that. You know, I don't think he's going to take over in this episode because Deanna is probably going to be a little restrictive. You know, obviously saying, you know, that's not going to happen. But sooner or later, she will come to her senses. She'll realize that Rick is a better leader for her group, and she'll step down. And then Rick will obviously step up. Now, I want to hear what you guys think is going to happen in this week's upcoming episode of The Walking Dead, Season 5, Episode 14, entitled Spend. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, feel free to hit the video with a like, share it with your friends. Tell me in the comments section below what you guys think is going to happen. I'll be down there discussing with you. I want to see you guys' opinions. I want to see your guys' thoughts of the show, everything like that. Talk about the companion series. Tell me if you guys are excited. It's actually supposed to be set in Los Angeles, and it's supposed to be debuting in the late summer of 2015, which is actually not very far away, guys. In all honesty, late summer would probably classify as around the starting of August. And we're in March right now, which literally means we're about, I'd say, 5-ish months away from it. You know, we obviously have to go into April, which we will be there by the time The Walking Dead Season 5 ends. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end very soon. Like I said, The Walking Dead only has 3 episodes left this season, but they're definitely going to be action-packed, and I cannot wait to see the Wolves. Like I said, I predict that they're going to be at the end of this episode. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I'm very, very close to it. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys on tomorrow's video. Obviously, that'll be Destiny, Xur, you know, the Xur location, inventory, everything like that. Definitely look forward to that. I'm currently at 980 subscribers. I'm only 20 away. Let's help me get me there. That really didn't even make sense of what I said. I'm sick, I'm tired, it's early, and I apologize, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.